Hey guys, what's up? So I hold it like this. I got my eyes on the road. So this is about something I said in my in my recording about why I'm making songs. Now I was talking about healed and unhealed. You know, neurodivergent people. Because I've been living in Wellington since May of 2021. So in 3 months' time, it'll be officially 3 years since I moved here. But I knew people from like my teenage years right throughout, and some of them had become the monster that they hated by the time they got to their mid to late 20s. But the things that they had started doing were things that had been done to them by numerous people multiple times. And so they weren't doing these types of things when we were teenagers, you know, and they weren't doing these types of things in their early 20s. Some of them weren't even doing it in their mid-20s. It was like, you know, their late 20s coming up to 30, they started, you know, doing things that didn't hurt me because I'd been through it so many times, but I saw them, you know, trying to spread rumors or trying to prove that they were cool, we only have time for these types of people, that type of thing. A couple of them physically threatened me, but then they backed down because I didn't back down. And so I would give them a few chances and then I'd cut them off. I mean, they had so much things. I saw them go through so many things, and now here it was, like in their late 20s coming up to 30, they were starting to do the exact same things to others, and this was like 4 or 5 years later after all this garbage stuff had stopped happening to them, and they were all neurodivergent. But the things that they had done to them were things that were being done to them by the bad neurotypicals in their teens, early 20s, even up to mid 20s. And things had started to slow down from what I saw in regards to that in the mid 20s, and then now they're like 28, 29, 30, starting to say the same things and view the world from the exact same way of the bad neurotypicals that had done these terrible things to them, like, you know, invite them somewhere just to not show up or something, or, you know, spread rumors about them, try to one up people so that they could be more popular, all this type of thing. Making promises that they didn't keep. And then there was those who had went through all that stuff and the physical threats and all that type of thing for being themselves, but they never became that themselves. And then there's those who did, but then they got healing, they went to therapy, they've done all this and done all that, and they cut it out and they got the healing needed. That's why I say healed and unhealed. Even though those who aren't healed, but they got their way means of getting the healing they need without becoming the monster that these other people were to them. So that's the healed and the unhealed. So I give the unhealed ones that are doing the things that the bad neurotypicals do. I treat them the same way as these other ones who are not neurodivergent, who do and say the same things to or about me or those close to me. That's what I do. I give them the same treatment because obviously their coping mechanism is to learn from these people and to take on these traits and do it to others. Or maybe they are doing what they can to get healed, but they're doing things to get healed, but they don't have what it takes to do the rest of the things that needs to get healed. Maybe not yet, but hey, I'm no one's punching bag. So I give them the same treatment as a neurotypical who's spreading rumors about me, and they don't physically threaten me now because I've always stood up to for myself for that. But spreading rumors, mocking me, telling me they're going to do something and then don't even show up, or telling me, let's go do this and go do that, and yeah, man, and I say, I've got a few things planned for the night, but I reckon I've got some time set aside for about an hour or 2 or 3 hours. Let's go and do this. And then you set aside that time, and in that time you have options to do other things as well, but no, you deliberately, because this person says this is what's going to happen, we're going to, and then they don't show up. It happens the second time. Next thing you know, there's a whole bunch of people laughing about how much of a moronic, idiotic loser you are, and how they're awesome. They're great as. That's what I mean by the bad ones. Or they get close to you, and then next thing you know, you reveal your plans for starting a business or this and that, and then now they have spread all these rumors and got all these ideas into the people's heads of those who are in the industry, and then you try and start it, and everyone hates you and everyone's against you, and it's a type of business where you need to have good rapport with the public. Those are the bad ones. Call them narcissist, psychopath, call them whatever you want to call them. Because this whole narcissist thing, I knew about it ages ago. It's just that they didn't call it narcissist; they called it psychopath. And if it was and they called it psychopath, and they called it Jezebel spirit. So we knew all about it. I just didn't put anything about it online, and I always chose to look for the good in people. But then once they started doing the things to me that, what I told you about, I gave them the cold shoulder. I let them know how it was. And if they didn't straighten themselves out, catch you later, bye-bye. The only ones that got my mercy was my blood relatives. And even then, I'd call them out. So, yeah. Healed and unhealed. Because we all go through trauma for being different. Yeah. I've never met an autistic person or an ADHD person or whatever type of neurodivergency they have that hasn't been through everything. I mean, that hasn't been through half of what I've been through. Some of them have been through everything I've been through, and some of them have been through more than what I've been through. So, yeah. But there's healed and there's unhealed. And when the unhealed ones want to do their bullshit, I give them the same treatment as the bad neurotypicals. Then there's the good ones that actually treat us like humans. See you